If you live in Arkansas or if you're on social media, there's a good chance you know who Tommy Norman is. The super popular North Little Rock police officer has millions of followers and is now using his platforms to raise awareness about some very important and very personal issues. Tommy Norman comes from a big family and is the youngest, along with his twin sister.
My mom taught me at a really young age, all of us, just to be nice to people.
Tommy took that teaching with him throughout his upbringing and into his career as a North Little Rock police officer, which started in 1998.
It's not always been the badge for me, it's been my heart.
His always be nice mantra helped him become known in his community and on social media. And after some national recognition in 2015, his following began to grow exponentially.
If you would have told me back in 1998 as a rookie police officer that 20 years later that I would have millions of people across the world and outside of the United States watching what I do every day, I would have thought you were crazy. I'd be like, no, that's not going to happen. And so I do feel now it's really humbled me. I know God has placed me on this platform to be one of the faces. I'm not the face, but I'm one of the faces of how policing should be done.
As a family man of faith, Tommy was so grateful that he had reunited with his adult daughter, Alyssa, about a year ago after she had fallen into a life of drug addiction. Alyssa was living at the Harbor Home in Conway, a faith-based home for those recovering from addiction. About a week before Thanksgiving last year, Tommy got a phone call that every parent dreads.
When I saw the Harbor Home, I froze. I didn't want to initially swipe to answer, but I knew I had to. I was really, really scared. So I answered the phone. Laura Lease is the woman that kind of heads the place out there, kind of like the house mom, so to speak. And she said, Tommy, I've got some bad news. Alyssa overdosed.
Tommy says he went into a complete state of shock.
I dropped my phone. And I laid my head on the steering wheel and I screamed.
The next few days were a blur as Tommy said goodbye to his 26-year-old daughter. He says his faith and his community are what carried him through.
The support from people and just prayers, it's just amazing. I mean, people from all over.
One example came from Alyssa's favorite shake joint, the Purple Cow.
She loved Purple Cow shakes. One of the places we visited to celebrate her birthday, which was July 24th, we went to Purple Cow and we had a purple shake.
Which is why Purple Cow delivered purple shakes for the family on the day of Alyssas Celebration of Life.
We're here celebrating Alyssa's life. Everybody has a Purple Cow shake.
We wanted to do that because, you know, he had expressed how important it was to Alyssa, and no one wants to ever imagine losing their child, and you have to have empathy for someone going through that. And if just something as simple as a purple shake can kind of give you that sense of, you know, togetherness and having that time with that person, it's such a simple thing for us to do.
Tommy then encouraged others to go to Purple Cow and have a purple shake in honor of Alyssa. Again, the explosion of support was overwhelming.
We gave so many I'm paying it forward shakes out, and then we actually had to stop that for a minute and coordinate with Officer Norman, like, would you be okay if we gave you some shake coins to pass out? And so now we have shake coins to give to him to pass out at his leisure, instead of us trying to keep up with it because we didn't want to miss one, you know. And we had so many, just an outpouring just in Little Rock, and we had people calling from other states, you know, 6, 8 states away, and they're just buying shakes over the phone to pay it forward for Alyssa, and it was just a beautiful thing. It was very nice to be a part of that.
The community continued to pour out their support and tributes and dedications to Alyssa. And then just 4 months later, Tommy's figurative broken heart turned into a literal broken heart.
I laid down on a Saturday night and laid in bed, and I felt some pain here and a little bit of pain here, and I thought it was indigestion. So I ignored that pain and I went to sleep.
By Sunday night, the pain was unbearable, and his wife took him to the emergency room.
I'd suffered a massive heart attack. They call it the widowmaker.
While Tommy now spends more time focused on his own health, he believes with all his heart his daughter is the reason he's still here today.
Alyssa saved me that night. Alyssa made sure that Rosalind got me to the hospital in time. And I could just hear Alyssa telling me, Daddy, it's not time yet. It's not time. She knows the passion I have for this community in North Little Rock and beyond. And she knows at the age of 49 years old, I've got a lot more work to do.
So while he will continue to connect with the community and use his God-given platform to raise awareness for drug addiction as well as heart disease, he will also continue to do what his mom told him to do all those years ago in the name of his daughter.
Tomorrow's not promised. And what you say to people, people that are feuding and people that have these big arguments, and then the next thing you know, the person you were arguing with or the person that you said something mean to, they go out and they're killed, whether it's a car wreck or whatever, however God takes them. We've got to learn to be nicer to people. This world is it's a cruel world. And I remember when Alyssa passed away, one of the first things I thought was, why is this? I'm out every day trying to spread kindness, but the cruel world, it took my daughter. And I'm telling you, people may think, okay, being nice to one person is not going to change the world. It is. You can change the world because guess what? When you leave here today, I'm going to tell you, bye, Christina, I love you, great to see you. That's probably going to make you feel better, right, as you drive away from here, right? It's contagious. Kindness is contagious. And I know Alyssa was a big advocate of that.
And Officer Norman has been focusing on getting healthy and has actually lost 25 pounds since his heart attack. He went back to work this week and says he's doing good, except for the fact that his uniform no longer fits him. And if you want to get a purple shake in honor of Alyssa, you can find a Purple Cow in North Little Rock, one in Hot Springs, 2 in Little Rock, and 1 in Conway.